Handa put 7 delicious fruits in a basket for her friend Akeo. She will be surprised, thought Handa, as she set off for Akeo's village. I wonder which fruit she'll like best. Will she like the soft yellow banana? Or the sweet-smelling guava? Will she like the round, juicy orange? Or the ripe red mango? Will she like the spiky-leaved pineapple? The creamy green avocado? Or the tangy purple passion fruit? Which fruit will Akeo like best? Hello, Akeo, said Handa. I've brought you a surprise. Ah! Tangerines, said Akeo. My favourite fruit. Tangerines, said Handa. That is a surprise. Tip-tap-chin, story time's in. Right, are you ready? Lovely. Now, once upon a time, there was a little red hen. That's me. And she lived on a farm with her friends, cat,
Meow, meow.
and duck,
Quack, quack.
and sheep.
Ba, ba.
Off you go then. Now, one day, the little red hen found a few grains of wheat. She knew that they were tiny seeds, and if she planted them, they might grow. So she asked her friends, cat, duck, and sheep, "Who will help me plant this wheat?"
Not me. I'm too busy. So am I. So am I.
"Very well," said the little red hen. "I shall plant it myself." So she did. Weeks and weeks went by. The little red hen watered her wheat. The sun shone down until the wheat was tall and golden and strong like this. "Now it's time to cut the wheat," thought the little red hen. "Who will help me cut the wheat?"
Not me. I'm too busy. So am I. So am I.
"Very well," said the little red hen. "I shall cut it myself." Whoosh! So she did. When the wheat was cut, it was ready to be ground and made into flour. "Who will help me grind the wheat?"
Not me. I'm too busy. So am I. So am I.
"Very well, I shall grind it myself." So she did. And this is what she made the wheat into. Flour. "Now I can make a delicious loaf of bread," thought the little red hen. "Who will help me bake the bread?" the little red hen asked her friends, the sheep, the cat, and the duck.
Not me. I'm too busy. So am I. So am I.
"Very well," said the little red hen. "I shall bake it myself." So she did. The little red hen baked a beautiful loaf of bread in the oven. It smelled good. Her friends, cat, duck and sheep, stopped what they were doing and came to have a look. Now, who will help me eat this beautiful loaf of bread?
I will. Meow, meow. I will. Quack, quack. I will quack, quack.
Oh, no, you won't, said the little red hen. I shall eat it myself. And you know what?
She did.
She did. Snip, snap, snout. Story time's out. The hour was late. Mr. Bear was tired. Mrs. Bear was tired. And Baby Bear was tired. So they all went to bed. Mrs. Bear fell asleep. Mr. Bear didn't. Mrs. Bear began to snore. Snore, went Mrs. Bear. Snore, snore, snore. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and he went to sleep in Baby Bear's room. Baby Bear was not asleep either. He was lying in bed pretending to be an aeroplane. Meow, said Baby Bear. Meow, meow. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and he went to sleep in the living room. Tick, tock, went the living room clock. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he went off to sleep in the kitchen. Trip, trip, went the leaky kitchen tap. Went the refrigerator. Oh no, said Mr. Bear.
I can't stand this.
So he got up and he went to sleep in the garden. Well, you would not believe what noises there are in the garden at night. To-it-to-woo, to-it-to-woo, went the owl. Snaffle, snuffle, went the hedgehog. Meow, wow, sang the cats on the wall. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he went off to sleep in the car. It was cold in the car and uncomfortable. But Mr. Bear was so tired that he didn't notice. He was just falling asleep when all the birds started to sing and the sun peeped in at the window. Tweet, tweet, went the birds. Shine, shine, went the sun. Oh no, said Mr. Bear. I can't stand this. So he got up and he went back into the house. In the house, Baby Bear was fast asleep. And Mrs. Bear had turned over and wasn't snoring anymore. Mr. Bear got into bed and closed his eyes. Ah, peace at last, he said to himself. Went the alarm clock. Mrs. Bear sat up and rubbed her eyes. Oh, good morning, dear, she said. Did you sleep well? Not very well, yawned Mr. Bear. Never mind, said Mrs. Bear. I'll bring you a nice cup of tea. And she did. was never happier than when snuggled up in bed with her dad reading her a story. But she didn't like him stopping before the end. She wouldn't take no for an answer, though he promised to finish the story the following night. When she came downstairs to plead with him, he got cross. "I'm reading to myself now. We'll finish your book tomorrow. Now go to sleep." So Ruby went back upstairs to bed. And she started to count. Someone said that counting sent you to sleep, though she couldn't see how. She had just shut her eyes for 1 second when she was disturbed by her bed being roughly shaken. "Why are you counting?" asked a very large lion at the end of her bed. "It's supposed to make me sleep, but it doesn't work," replied Ruby. "But I know what would. Will you read me the rest of this story, please?" "No, I won't," answered the lion. "But I will give you a ride on my back. That will make you tired." But after a while, the only one who felt tired was the lion. "Thanks for the ride, but I don't feel at all sleepy, so I'll walk on," said Ruby. She walked on until she found herself face to face with a dangling snake. "Would you please read me this book?" she asked. "No, I won't. But I'll give you a swing," hissed the snake. After a while, the snake felt tired. "I think I'll stop now and have a rest," he hissed. "Okay then, bye-bye." So Ruby said goodbye and walked on until she met a gorilla. "Will you read me this book?" she asked. "I'd prefer to give you a piggyback through the trees," the gorilla replied. After a while, the gorilla was tired, but Ruby wasn't. "You have a rest and I'll go on," she said. Soon she came to a river, and in the river she spied a crocodile. "Would you read me the rest of this book?" she asked. "No, but I'll give you a ride to the other side," said the crocodile. On the other side, Ruby met a giraffe. Before she could say anything, the giraffe turned and whispered, "Shh, the baby's asleep." "Will I ever find someone to finish this book?" Ruby sighed. "I think I know someone who could do that," squawked a big bird. "He's an old wise elephant. I'll take you to him." They flew for a long time over the tops of the trees. Then the kind bird opened his beak to say, "I think we'd better take a rest," and Ruby fell. She fell down and landed with a crash on her bedroom floor. Ruby's dad raced upstairs. He picked her up and tucked her in and bent down to get the book. "I'll finish this for you now," he said. But Ruby was fast asleep. My mum and dad make me laugh. One likes spots and the other likes stripes. My mum likes spots in winter and spots in summer.
My dad likes stripes on weekdays and stripes at weekends. Last weekend we went to the safari park. My mum put on her spottiest dress and earrings, and my dad put on his stripiest suit and tie. I put on my grey top and trousers.
You do like funny clothes,
said my mum and dad. We set off in the car, and on the way we stopped for something to eat. My mum had a spotty pizza, and my dad had a stripy ice cream. I had a bun.
You do like funny food,
said my mum and dad. When we got to the safari park, it was very exciting. My mum liked the big cats best. Those are splendid spots, she said, and I should know. My dad liked the zebras best.
Those are super stripes,
he said,
and I should know.
but the animals I liked best didn't have spots and didn't have stripes. They were big and grey and eating their tea. Those are really good elephants, I said. And I should know. The Peebles family have just moved house. There's a lot of work to be done on the new house. It's very dull and dingy inside. Just needs a coat of paint, that's all, they said. Petey Peebles went to find his paintbrush. Petey Peebles is not allowed to go near any of the paint pots, said Mum and Dad and Big Sister Bo. Petey Peebles was annoyed. The hall was the first room to be painted. I like
Red.
red, said Mum. So does Petey Peebles, smiled the postie. Oh no, Petey Peebles! The second room to be painted was the kitchen. I like
Yellow.
yellow, said Bo. So does Petey Peebles, laughed the milkman. Oh no, Petey Peebles. The third room was the bathroom. I like
Blue.
blue, said Dad. So does Petey Peebles, warned the bin man. Oh no, Petey Peebles! The fourth room to be painted was the sitting room. I like
Orange.
orange, said Mum. So does Petey Peebles, noticed the nosy neighbour.
Oh no, Petey Peebles.
Mum and Dad's bedroom was the fifth room. We love
Green.
green, they said. So does Petey Peebles, said the nice neighbour.
Oh
The 6th room to be painted belonged to Bo. I love
Purple.
purple, she said. I'm tired, said Mum. Only 1 room left, said Dad. The last room to do is Petey Peebles. But Petey Peebles' room was already painted. I don't like this, said Mum. Look at the mess, said Dad.
Oh no, Petey Peebles.
With a bit of help, Petey Peebles' room was soon finished. It was the best painted room in the whole house. Time for a bath, said Mum. Oh no, Petey Peebles! In the deep blue sea, in the deep of the blue, swam a fish who could wish, and each wish would come true. The fun that he had! Oh, the things he would do, just wishing away in the deep water blue. He wished for a castle. He wished for a car. He wished for a horse.
Nay! On the Spanish guitar.
Once, when he wished he could go out and ski, it snowed for a week under the sea. He wished he could fly. And to his delight, flew twice round the world in exactly 1 night. If sharks came a-hunting for a nice fishy treat, he'd quickly just wish he was too small to eat. And to teach sharks a lesson, do you know what he'd wish? That he was a shark and the shark was a fish. He'd wish himself square or round as a biscuit, triangular, oval, name it. He wished it. He wished for fine suits and handsome silk ties. But the one thing he never wished was to be wise. One day, just for fun, that silly old fish wished the silliest wish he could wish. That silly old fish wished he could be just like all the other fish in the sea. But wishing was something other fish could not do. So that was his very last wish that came true.
Tap, chin,
Storytime.
in.
Once upon a time, there was a fisherwoman called Millie. Now, one day, she caught a beautiful fish in her nets. Oh,
"Oh, that will make a lovely fish supper for my husband, Billy," she said to herself. To her surprise, the fish began to talk. "Please put me back in the water," the fish said. "If you do, I'll give you 3 wishes." Now, Millie had never heard a fish that talked before. She was so amazed that she let the fish go, and she rushed home to tell Billy all about the 3 wishes. Billy was not at all pleased when Millie came home without any fish. "But what are we going to eat?" he said. "I've been working hard all day too. I want my fish supper." And he went on and on and on, and Millie couldn't get a word in edgeways. At last, Millie managed to say, "Oh, fish supper, fish supper. We've been having fish suppers for the past 20 years. You know, sometimes I wish we could have a sausage supper instead." No sooner had she said it than a sausage appeared on the table. Millie was really cross. But that was wish number 1, gone. "Oh, now look what you've made me do," she said. "If only you'd shut up and let me explain. I did catch a fish. It were a magic fish, and it gave me 3 wishes. And now you've made me go and waste one of those wishes on a silly sausage. Oh, you are a silly Billy." Billy didn't like being called silly. "Oh," he said, "well, I wish that sausage would stick to the end of your nose." No sooner had he said it than the sausage stuck fast to Millie's nose. That was wish number 2, gone. "Oh, no, look what you've done," said Millie. "I look so silly." Silly Millie and silly Billy. In fact, Millie did look rather silly with a sausage stuck to the end of her nose, and Billy tried hard not to laugh. There was only one thing for it. They'd have to use wish number 3 to get the sausage off the end of Millie's nose. "All right," said Billy, "I wish the sausage would come off the end of your nose." And it did. Now, Millie never ever called Billy silly again. And that evening, they made a delicious sausage pie for supper. They didn't really mind about the 3 wishes. And the sausage pie was a nice change from fish. Snip, snap, snout. Story time. Out. When the new baby came to Tom's house, the teddy bears started coming. Alice Bear came in the cot. Tom kissed Alice Bear and the baby.
Ozzie Bear came with Uncle Jack.
Ozzie Bear had a flag and a hat. Ozzie Bear sat on a chair where he could look after the baby. Then Miss Wilkins came with Sam Bear in his sailor suit. Sam Bear sat on the chair beside Ozzie Bear. "I want to give our baby a bear," Tom said. So he gave the new baby his Huggy Bear. Tom told Mum, "Huggy can look after our baby now." Tom put Huggy beside Alice Bear.
Rockwell and Dudley Bear came in a van. They were squashed a bit.
Tom unsquashed them for the new baby.
Rockwell and Dudley Bear
Went on the chair beside Ozzie Bear and Sam Bear. Gran brought Bodger Bear from her attic. "That's my Bodger Bear," Dad said. Mum said, "Look at our baby with all of these bears." Tom looked at the bears. Alice Bear, Ozzie Bear, Sam Bear and Huggy,
Rockwell and Dudley Bear.
and Dad's Bodger Bear, all on the couch beside Mum and the baby. "There's no room for me," Tom said to Mum. Mum smiled and said, "Come here, Tom, and sit on my knee. You and I can look after the bears. It's Dad's turn to look after the baby." And that's what they did. When the new baby came to Tom's house, they all took it in turns to look after the bears and the baby. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 little babies sitting in a line. One toppled over, and then there were
9.
9. 9 greedy babies with cookies on a plate. Good girl. One ate too much. Then there were 8. 8 happy babies in a sandy heaven. One lost her spade. Then there were 7. 7 bad babies up to naughty tricks. One started crying. Then there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 speedy babies out for a lovely drive. One lost her way. Then there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 noisy babies banging on the door. One went inside. Then there were 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dirty babies splashing with glee. One got his hair wet. And then there were 1, 2, 3. 3 clever babies painting red and blue. One spilled his paints. Then there were
1, 2.
2. 2 bouncy babies having lots of fun. One bounced away. Then there was 1. 1 sleepy baby. Everybody's gone. She went to sleep, and then there were... No!